Hi everyone, welcome to week 1 of the course. For this week we're going to go over what is economics, some of the basic concepts in economics, and how we can further our understanding of economics. Now, economics, what is it? There's no one universally accepted answer to the question, what is economics? Browsing the web, you might find various answers to the question, what is economics? How others define economics? I'll give you one example. One college defined it as, most simply put, economics is the study of making choices. Another college defined it as a social science that studies human behavior. Economics is a unique method for analyzing, predicting behavior, as well as the effects of institutions such as firms and governments on society and our research. When we look at this class, we're going to be focused on how our decisions are made. What can we make from our decisions? How can we really employ our decisions? You are all faced with economic choices and challenges, so that's what we're going to be focused on in the class. How do we really define those challenges? What do we do with the challenges that we're met with? And I think it'll make it an interesting class on these various concepts. Now, what is economics? How would I define it? If I was asked to provide an answer to that question, what is economics, on a test, I'd probably write the following explanation. Economics study of how individuals, groups make decisions with limited resources as to best satisfy their wants, needs, and desires. Now, that seems like a common definition, but we're trying to sit there and solve for many different things that we're faced with every day. And economics involves a lot of these choices that we have to make. Now, from that definition, we can break down the study of economics into two broad categories, micro, macro. Microeconomics deals with economics decisions made at a low or micro level. How does that change in the price of a good influence families' purchasing decisions? In my wages, will I be inclined to work more hours or less hours? Those are some decisions that we're faced with microeconomics. Now, macro is a little bit different. Macro is going to be dealing with the sum total of decisions made by individuals in society, such as how does a change in interest rates influence savings? We're going to have a lot of different discussions on that. Now, if we go to microeconomics, we can go to a little bit different theory. Micro is basically dealing with economic decisions made at that lower level by individuals or businesses. I would define it as the analysis of the decisions made by individuals and groups, the factors that affect those decisions, and how those decisions affect others. Microeconomic decisions by both firms and individuals are motivated by cost and benefit considerations. So how much does it cost to do something? That kind of thing. Now, a microeconomist considers questions such as what determines how a consumer will save? How much should a firm produce, given the strategies their competitors are using? And why do people buy both insurance and lottery tickets? Now, how others define it is the study of economics at an individual consumer level, group of consumers or firms. The general concern of micro is the efficient allocation of scarce resources between alternate uses by more specifically involves basically the determination of price through optimizing behavior of economic agents, with consumers maximizing utility and firms maximizing profit. Now, a basic economic question that we look at: how does a change of a price of a good influence a family's purchasing power? If my wages rise, will I be inclined to work more hours or less hours? If we flip this around to macro, which deals with questions on a larger scope, how does the change in interest rate influence national savings? So those are some of the things we look at with economics. Another important term that we look at is dealing with opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is focused on what you have to give up to get in the decisions that you make. Many of us face opportunity cost every day. What do we give up? What do we have to get? All of those challenges we face in our economy. And those challenges create a lot of different decisions that we make. Are we making the right decision? Should we make that decision based on the analysis that we have? Those are the key things that we look at within economics. And opportunity cost is one of those outlets that we can use to make those appropriate decisions. But the basis of economics is looking at how we make decisions and how those decisions affect what has to happen. Now, let's say I give you an example with opportunity costs. Whenever you decide to do something, you're probably giving up an opportunity to do something else. Example, if you go to school, you may not be able to work. If you grow corn, you may not be able to grow tobacco. Opportunity cost is defined as the value of the best alternative that you have to give up by doing something else. For instance, if you could work and earn $18,000 a year, but you decide to go to school, your opportunity cost attending school is $18,000. Now, when opportunity cost is used in decision making, it's important to consider all costs and benefits. For example, if a college professor could earn $55,000 a year teaching or $65,000 a year working in the industry, his opportunity cost of teaching is about $65,000. Looking at only one opportunity cost, it appears that college professors should leave teaching for the industry. But this decision cannot be made without considering the non-monetary benefits of teaching. Compared to industry, teaching has more job security, more leisure time, more challenges, less stress, and less political structure, all of which increase the utility from teaching. In deciding whether to teach or work in the industry, the college professor should determine if his total benefits from teaching, monetary or non-monetary, exceeds his opportunity cost of teaching. Basically, the professor should leave teaching for industry only if his opportunity cost of teaching exceeds his total benefit of teaching. So these are some various decisions that we're going to look at in the course. A couple other things I want to evaluate is the course policies. One of the course policies is no late works accepted in the course. That means that you have to make sure that you submit all of your work by 11:55 on Sunday night. Discussion board posts are all due by Thursday night, your first post, and the remaining 2 posts are due by Sunday night. The other key thing is no technological excuses will be accepted for reasons why you can't complete your work. So make sure to really focus on those different areas and completing your work earlier to ensure that it is completed on time and for grading. Because you only get one attempt at the quiz or the exam. So when you start it, you have to end it at that point. Also, if you need any help with pre-grading in terms of your work, I'm more than willing to pre-grade any work. Just submit it through email. I look forward to working with everyone in the course. Talk to you later.